Okay, so before I give medications, I have to always remember to wash my hands so I can prevent the spread of infection. So I'm going to wash my hands here for 20 full seconds. You can also sing the happy birthday song, okay? Then I'm going to gather all my supplies so I know that I'm ready to give meds. So first I want to make sure I actually have my meds. So I need to get my key, which came from its secure location that only CMTs and the RN have access to. Now I'm going to unlock my med box here, open that up, put my key back away. So I want to make sure I have my medication, make sure I have my MAR, and my PMOF, or your doctor's order. And then I want to make sure I just have a cup to put the medication in and Susie's water. Okay? That way you're all set up before you even do anything. Now, first thing I'm going to do is get my label out, or my medication out, and I'm going to read my label for the first time. So it says, Susie Nelson, Skittles 100 milligrams, take 1 tab at 8 a.m. by mouth for sugar deficiency. And this medication has not expired either. So I read this for the first time. Now I'm going to set it down here, and I just want to make sure that the name matches on all three of these. So we have Susie Nelson, Susie Nelson, Susie Nelson. Okay. I also want to just make sure that my doctor's order is current. So this order is signed and dated, and it is a current order. Okay. I also just check allergies. No known allergies. No known allergies also written on the MAR. Okay. That's just a really good safety check. Okay, so I'm first going to begin my three-way check, and I'm going to match my label to my doctor's order, okay? I'm going to make sure that all things match here. So Susie, Susie Nelson, Skittles, Skittles, 100 milligrams, 100 milligrams, 1 tablet at 8 a.m., 1 tablet at 8 a.m., by mouth, for sugar deficiency. So I know that these two match. Now I'm going to go ahead and take my pharmacy label and match it to my MAR. Susie Nelson, Susie Nelson, Skittles 100 milligrams, Skittles 100 milligrams. At 8 a.m., at 8 a.m., by mouth, for sugar deficiency, So I've just completed my three-way check, and all three of these match. My MAR, my label, and my PMOF, or my doctor's order, okay? Now I'm going to go ahead and pop the actual medication into the cup, okay? So I'm going to hold my cup right under there, so there's no way the pill's going to slip out. Now I'm going to make sure it actually went in there and it's not stuck in the blister pack, okay? Now, I popped this in here. I'm going to do my third check of reading my label. My third time reading the label here. So, Susie Nelson, Skittles 100 milligrams, 1 tab at 8 a.m. by mouth for sugar deficiency. Okay? Now I'm going to go ahead and get ready to give these meds to Susie. Susie!
Hello.
Hi, here's some water.
Thank you.
I actually have some Skittles for your sugar deficiency, okay? It's your 8 a.m. med. Okay. Alright, so I'm just going to make sure she swallowed it. Thank you. Okay. Now I'm going to just make sure I clean up my area. I'm going to throw my cup away. Okay. I'm going to lock my meds back up. Make sure those are locked up and secured. And then I'm actually going to document. So it's the first of the month, so I'm going to have to make sure I sign on the back of the MAR. So I'm going to write my initials, and I'm going to print my name so my nurse can read it. And then my job title is CMT. And I only have to do that once a month. Okay? Now I'm going to turn it over on the front and next to the Skittles 100 milligrams 8 a.m. med. On the first, I'm going to initial. Okay? And then after that, I'm going to wash my hands again for 20 seconds to make sure I, again, get all the germs off of my hands and prevent the spread of infection. Okay? And that's